Good morning, children. Have a nice day. Welcome to social class. Geography, Unit 1, Exploring Continents, North America and South America. Today, discuss the topic Physical Divisions of North America, the Great Plains. To the east of the Rockies and the west of Appalachian Mountains lies the Great Plains of North America. It covers about 3/5 of the continent. This plain stretches from the Arctic Ocean in north to the Gulf of Mexico in the south and from the Appalachian Islands in the east to the Rockies in the west. The western part of plain is called the High Plains, spreading roughly over the foothills of the Rockies. Most of the rivers of this region have their source in the western islands, and the plains generally slope eastwards and southwards. They are drained by rivers like Mississippi and the Missouri. Next, Appalachian Islands. The Appalachian Islands do not form a continuous chain like the Western Islands, that is the Rockies. These islands are low and wide. They have a very few peaks more than 1,800 meters. They include the high plateaus of Greenland, Labrador or Laurentian Plateau, the Laurentian Plateau in Canada, and the Appalachian Mountains in the United States. These fold mountains are worn down by weathering and are much lower than the Western Highlands. This region is rich in mineral resources like coal, iron ore, copper, etc., which plays a vital role in the North American economy. Next, the coastal plains. The coastal plains of North America are the youngest in age. Most of the Atlantic plain has been drowned, lies underwater. This is a low and relative plain or which is sandy soil which is infertile in nature. Here swamps and marshes are abundant and coast is intended by river mouths and bays on which many important seaports are located. Next, discuss the topic drainage. Many rivers flow across this land and some of them following the valleys are formed by the glaciers. The Mississippi and Missouri rivers are the longest rivers in the North America. Together they form the fourth longest river system in the world and stretching more than 6,114 kilometers from the Montana to Gulf of Mexico. After 3,700 kilometers running, the Missouri River joined the Mississippi River. The McInnes River is the second largest drainage basin of North America. It has its source of the Slave Lake and drain into the Arctic Ocean. St. Lawrence has its origin in Lake Ontario, which flows the northeast and drain into the Atlantic Ocean. The plateau of West has been cut deeply by the river Columbia, and its tributary which forms many gorges is called canyons. The most famous in the Grand Canyon cut by the river Colorado, which also follows the over plateau of Columbia. These rivers form a barrier to communication, but whose water has been dumped for irrigation and power. Dammed for irrigation and power. The river Yukon, rising in the northwest of Western Mountain System, is frozen for 8 months in the year. The river Rio Grande flows into the Gulf of Mexico and forms the boundary between USA and Mexico. The Grand Canyon is a steep-sided canyon carved by the Colorado River in the Arizona state of USA. Numerous lakes are found in the glaciated parts of the continent and especially in North Minnesota. These lakes are small and they are used for recreational purposes. The Great Lakes are formed across the continent from west to east. The most important chain consists of 5 lakes. The biggest is Lake Superior and is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Like Winnipeg, Great Bear Lake and Lake Athabasca are some of the other lakes in Canada. Do you know? The Mississippi River has been given the nickname the Big Muddy because it erodes a lot of sand and mud as it rushes down the mountains. Some of the states of United States are named after the tributaries of the two mighty rivers, the Mississippi and Missouri. Next, we discuss the topic climate. The vast latitudinal extent from the tropics of polar region makes the climate of North America as varied as that of Asia. Unlike the Himalayas, the Rockies run north to south, which do not form climate barrier and do not prevent the ice winds from the Arctic region and penetrating the central plains, which therefore have a very long cold winter and a very short hot summer. Precipitation occurs due to cyclonic storms. The Arctic region is cold and mostly dry and has a very short summers and a very long bitterly cold winter. As one proceeds southwards, the short summers become warm but the winter are very cold. The central plains have extreme climate from freezing condition in winter to tropical heat in summer. The south is usually warm all the year round and the regions around the mouth of Mississippi, Missouri and the Gulf Coast have summer rain from the northeast trades which blow on shore in summer. The warm, moist southwesterlies not only bring rainfall to the northwest coast and also keep it warm. The warm Alaskan current keeps the northwest coast ice free. The state of California in USA has a Mediterranean climate with a moist winter and a dry summer. Do you know? The westerlies or anti-trades or prevailing winds from the west towards the east in the middle latitudes between 30 and 60 degree latitude. Thank you.